Oh, hello. This is Denise running away from home. Today is Sunday, the 21st day of August of 2022. It's somewhere between 10 and 11 o'clock at night. Been a big day. And in celebration, we're going to have to talk of gaining one more subscriber. I thought I would go ahead and video digital on my phone today. You're not supposed to like, you're not supposed to share, you're not supposed to subscribe. You're free to leave a comment. I am a warrior of many a flame war and have won quite a few battles. So trolls don't bother me so much. There ain't nothing anybody has ever said to me that I have not at one time or another said to myself. And you can believe that. So today, I had phone contact with Robin, the woman that Dennis lived with. They were best friends. I don't know what kind of relationship. And you know what? It's not my business. But she is taking care of the physical aspects of Dennis's estate. I don't even know how to say it. I know the word is in there, but it won't come. These final physical things that have to be done. You know, you got the body and the paying for the bills and stuff. So Cody, Dennis's son, got a hold of me and said that Robin wanted me to call her. Gave me her number, that she was at the funeral home. But the questions, it started out with him wanting to know the name of my oldest brother who had already died. He died in 89 of HIV. This ain't my first death rodeo. This is now officially in my birth family, the fourth. I was going to say immediate family, but my immediate family now, when you get all technical and legal, is the boys, Jason, Joshua, and Christopher. Bruce is not my immediate family, but he is my immediate family. He's allowing me to die here. That's something big. That's a big thing to do for your ex-wife. It does help that I divorced him, that there was no physical, I'm having a day. There was no physical affair involved. Neither of us had slept with another person or fallen in love with another person before they had fallen out of love with the person they were with. Let's put it that way. Oh, I'm an old woman. And honest, this is 40 milligrams of prednisone a day. This is what it'll do to you. And it wasn't that good before. I've always had kind of a round face. My mom did too, but she was 5'2" and weighed like 108 pounds. I looked like my Grandma Lemon. Anyway, so while I was typing out how to explain, what he should call my oldest brother, he then put at the bottom of it, he writes really long text messages because it's Messenger. I do not like not typing on a board, a keyboard, a physical big keyboard. My keyboard is this big. See? You can't even see how big it is. It's that big. Anyway, so I thought that it meant that she needed help with family information. So I called her, but it was that money for flowers or something. I got a hold of Alan, cleared that through him. He's having the most horrible time, my brother Alan. Oh my God, he's having a horrible time. It's like every time I call him, he's crying. Having a horrible time, and just found out that he and Peggy's niece has got COVID. That's what he said to me. And that Peggy had gone over to where this niece was, found her in great distress with a temperature of 109, rushed her to the urgent care center. I don't know how old this niece is. And Alan said that she had COVID. And then while I was talking with him, Peggy was calling him as well. We had to get off the phone, but not before he was able to tell me some pertinent things, regarding Dennis and just communication misalignments, we could say. And he just says that everything is just exploding around him. It's just gone crazy. And I'm just trying to tell him there's no right way, there's no wrong way. There's just the way through it. You just get through it, doing as little harm as possible to yourself and others. So, he was still crying when we hung up because Peggy called. So I called Jim. Jim is going to go to the memorial that's on September 10th in Indiana because Alan can't ride that long. He's got a very bad back. And I can't go. My oxygen tubing won't stretch that far. I'm laughing, but it's not funny because I'm sure if we tried, we could figure it out. But no, I'm not getting in a car and riding bottled oxygen for 6-7 hours. Is it that long? It's like 4 hours to Jimmy, and he's at the top of Indiana. And I'm not even sure where Alan or Dennis is in Indiana. Anyway, but Jason came over. He and Linda are going to go. It's on a Saturday, so he'll be able to represent me. And Joshua sounded like he wanted to go, so the boys could go together. And then I could be represented. And then Jimmy said that he had a reenactment that day, that weekend. He and Ganetta did, but they would go from the reenactment to the memorial and then just go back to the reenactment because apparently it's not that far away. We've got to represent for our brother. You don't lose a brother every day. You don't lose a sibling every day. No matter what the relationship was. Dennis was one of them people I could love from afar. I could tell you funny stories. Here's one about my brother Dennis. Now, first you have to understand that when I was born in 1957, my mother had an RH factor thing. I was an RH baby. Just when they started figuring out what it was. And blah, blah, blah. A doctor came through from a visiting foreign doctor and told the doctor there, that they were transfusing my blood incorrectly. And so I got the right transfusion, and it must be a big thing because when we talked about it in biology when I was in college, and I said, oh yeah, I was an RH baby. And he said, I'm surprised. You're so intelligent. And I thought to myself, who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? I'm intelligent. Never thought of myself as intelligent. Anyway, Dennis was not so lucky. And there was some complication when he was transfused, and he ended up with a brain injury. And back in the olden days, kids, they used to have special education classes where all of the children with any type of disability would go, and the rest of the school would just, for the most part, make fun of them. You had to live through it. You had to be in those times to understand it. I did not. I had a special needs brother. I did not make fun of him then. I made fun of him at home like we were supposed to. I'm sorry, Dennis. Anyway, so he had difficulty with many things. And when computers became all the rage and everybody had computers, and I gave him my email address and he had mine, and he started sending me porn. And the first time I said, "What are you doing? Don't do that. Stop that." And then he answered again, and it was porn. And I said, "You need to stop this right now, or I'm going to tell Mom." And he didn't send any more. Then in the later years, when things became a bit more chemically induced, he would call. My dad and I lived together down in Alabama when I was working as a nurse down there, and Dennis would call. I would answer the phone, and he would think I was his dealer. "Dennis, you have called your dad's house. This is your sister. I am not going to give you any drugs. I don't have any drugs to give you." It became interesting. And there were other things. Issues with my mom. My mom liked to play, at the time, I'm sure she sees it now, play us against each other. Always a fun time at the Lemon household. Anyway, he was a complicated man, just like I'm a complicated woman. Alan is complicated. Jimmy appears to be uncomplicated, but there's a narcissist in there. Don't tell him, boys. And it's weird that I have 7 subscribers, because I started this with just one. Christopher, my son. And maybe me. I think I subscribed by accident, but I don't see where I did, and I don't see how to unsubscribe to myself. Anyway, people have been very kind this weekend, online, on chat. Got a message, asked if there was any message from Dennis, like the day after he died. And the thing that got me was the gentleman doing the reading said he had to pick these special cards. He picked them, and he says it's the strangest thing. I'm trying to shuffle them, and I hear in my head, he says, "Take it from the top, bro." Just like Dennis would. I can hear him now. And that was cool. And people in chat been very nice. It gets to the point where I don't want to talk about anything that's heavy, or I just want to say it. It's out there, and then we don't have to address it again. I don't want to slip up. I don't know. I've been online since 1997, 96 maybe even, and I still don't know how to act. I still don't know. I just am who I am. And this is getting long, and I don't like to make long ones, and I'm gotta get upstairs and get back on oxygen and do a breathing treatment, and that is a big spider underneath them steps. above me are the basement stairs, and there's a big spider. And I found a big spider in my bed yesterday. And I don't like spiders in my bed because I got bit by a brown recluse spider. Oh my God, I hate talking about myself like that. Why? Anyway, I think I have covered everything that I wanted to cover. The gratitude towards the people who have been so kind. The love I have for Dennis, even though he could be a son of a bitch. The love I feel for my children. And I make these because I can't store them on my laptop anymore. It's the only thing that has a camera besides my iPad and my phone. And I had called Christopher and said, I've got all these videos, Chris, that I've made that I haven't uploaded. They're not on my channel. And do you think I should go through them and just get rid of them? Or do you guys want them? And he said, I want them, Mom. Don't delete them. I said, well, I did go through one where it was just me going, like, for a second going, oh, that's how it works. And then I said, I'm deleting those types, and there are quite a few. So, anyway, I can't make a video and have it just stored on my computer until Joshua pays me for my car. And every once in a while, that thought just rips through my head. I will never drive a car again. I will never own a car again. And owning a car, once I got divorced, that was an empowering, life-defining time of my life. I had a car. Of course, the flake in me couldn't keep it. Couldn't keep a car. Nope. Everyone up to the last one before this one. This car has not been repossessed. Well, I guess I only had... The first one was the one that we bought together, Bruce and I. And he had him come get it. And that was after I was in Alabama, so that worked out okay, living right next door to my parents. And then... And then I think I had my Corolla. No. Then I got my divorce settlement. And I bought a black Volkswagen Box that I burned up, running away from a man who was trying to kill me. Oh, dear. Kids, I got stories. And so then that one, I was able to limp it along until I could get a loan, an outrageous amount of money. I do not like Plano, Texas. I called them several times saying, look, I've been making payments on this vehicle for 3 years. It's got 2 years left. Can't you refinance it for me? No, but maybe one of your relatives could do it for you. No. And I quit my job. I ain't going to say I lost my job. I threw that job away with both hands and lost that car. They came and repossessed it. And then I had a couple of buy here, pay here ones down in Alabama. I've had quite a few cars since I've been single, and that's sad. Anyway, time to go. Don't like, don't share, don't subscribe. This sincerely is truly just me leaving something behind for anybody who sprung from my loins. Anybody who's genealogy minded, or you never know where this stuff's gonna end up. Yeah, that was my great grandma. That's my great grandma. This is what, because now you see what they do with pictures from the 1800s is they can animate them. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but it's pretty cool. And I would love to have something like that of my mom's mom, Sarah Penrod. Anyway, thank you. Good night.